For more on that, ABC4's Curtis Booker is standing by live in Salt Lake City. And Curtis, what things should drivers keep in their cars as this winter weather moves in?
Well, Jillian, ironically, I just happen to have one of these emergency kits in the back of my car. This one has jumper cables, it has a flashlight and a tow rope. But I spoke with UDOT. They said there's some other tips you should keep in mind in order to keep yourself safe in wintry conditions. Winter in Utah means snowy roads and the potential for wet and slippery conditions. Transportation officials advise drivers that having snow tires on your car is a good way to keep yourself out of a dangerous situation, especially in the higher elevations. But officials at UDOT also say in extreme conditions, it's recommended drivers have things like a shovel, warm blankets, water, food, a first aid kit, a gas can with extra fuel, air compressor, and a cell phone charger.
And you can tailor it to where you're going, how long you expect to be out.
But before you even head into an area that may be heavily impacted by a storm, officials say make sure your car is ready for severe weather conditions.
You want to make sure your car is in working order. So you want to make sure that your fluids are topped off.
If you end up stranded somewhere in your car, UDOT says it's best to take into account how long it may take emergency crews to get to you. While the easiest thing may seem like leaving your vehicle, UDOT says that could make things even worse.
You could be walking around in circles, and when it's cold and snowy weather, you're at risk for all kinds of things, hypothermia, stuff like that.
If you happen to get stuck in a blizzard, UDOT says it's also important to not run your car too long if you can help it. Also, make sure your tailpipe isn't clogged with snow.
You're at risk for carbon monoxide poisoning if you're running your car and the exhaust is not coming out of your vehicle.
Ultimately, officials say keeping an emergency safety kit somewhere in your vehicle gives you a sense of comfort, knowing that in a stressful wintry situation, you have the essentials to eliminate what could be a treacherous outcome.
It could be the difference between, life and death, really. Now, as far as those emergency kits, you can actually make those yourself. Ultimately, the key is just to stay safe, and something that could keep you out of a sticky situation, or at least keep you safe until emergency crews arrive to help you. For now, we're live.